What up? What up? What up, everybody? Davidson Crooks here on a live stream. Talk about the NBA 2021 NBA draft. Get situated. I will have my co-host that I do the basketball show with me on Fast Break, Dentarius, lock with me here shortly. So we're here live tonight. We have a little bit towards in the draft. You know, pick 9 right now. The Sacramento Kings. Excuse me. The Sacramento Kings are up right now, and we'll go over the draft here after this pick is in. But what are y'all thinking right now? A lot of pick stuff going on. A lot of surprising picks. A lot of trades going on right now. You know, Russell Westbrook is slated to be a Laker right now. Rubio's getting traded to Cleveland, who may not stick there. Mason Plumlee get traded to Hornets. Oh, well, and the pick is about to be in. And the Kings select Davion Mitchell, guard from Baylor. So, the Kings going another guard. Just quick analysis on that. How he's going to fit with this crew already. Like I said, there's like the rumor of Buddy Hield maybe getting traded to the Lakers, but the Lakers pivot and went to go get Russell Westbrook, the bigger name. So, you know, what did they do with Hield now? Because he wasn't really happy, you know, sharing time with Tyrese Halliburton and stuff like that. So, you know, what do the Kings do now with the, you know, glut in the backcourt? So it's going to be real interesting to see, you know, how Sacramento, you know, juggles that, you know, backcourt. Can Lou Walton do that? That's a very hard that's a very hard thing to tell right now. So we really see what, you know, what goes on. But, you know, to recap the first half of the draft, Cade Cunningham going first overall to the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings, I don't get that in my mind. To the Detroit Pistons, excuse me. No surprise there. You know, I kind of got him like a Grant Hill type of clone. You know, so I think, you know, he played by 3 positions in the league. I think he can do well. And I think he's going to be a long-term player in this league. Houston, number 2, going to Jalen Green. Guy with a lot of potential. You know, a guy that I think is supposed to maybe go to Kentucky, but spurned that and went to the G League. So, you know, can Houston find future superstar in this guy in place for James Harden that they traded away last season? 3, Evan Mobley going to Cleveland. Not a bad pickup for them. But I said this on Twitter, and if you're not following us on Twitter at FastBreak at IESR, that is FastBreak IESR, you can't play Jared Allen and Evan Mobley together. I know Cleveland has got some ideas to do that, but I just don't see Mobley and and Allen playing together. Hang on a second. So you got that going for them. Also, get Rubio in the fold. Do you keep your guard situation as it is? I think with Rubio, he's not a guy looking to score. So can you juggle that? Like have split time with Darius Garland and Colin Sexton? Are you still in the market to trade Colin Sexton? That's like weird questions got to ask. And the pick is in for the Pelicans is going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Got to be Moses Moody here. Okay. I like that. I like that pick for Memphis. Those are potential. A forward that's like 6'9", 6'10". And like Jay Bill said in the broadcast, yeah, he didn't shoot the ball very well this year.
Shooting the ball, but he's got the ability to do it. Like he's a lot. We were talking about him being a lottery talent that the numbers could reflect. Actually, Mike and I talked about that this morning. But
so yeah, about 6'9", got to put some little weight on, but I think he's going to have great potential for Memphis. And with Jerry Jackson in the fold, Steven Adams in the fold. Add Zaire Williams, Dylan Brooks, John Morant, Grayson Allen off the bench. You looking pretty good for Memphis. Like a nice young crew right there. So, good pickup for Memphis there. But to recap the rest of the draft real quick. Let's see. I'm trying to pull it out. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. James certainly giving his seal of approval on Zaire Williams of Stanford, who was selected by the Pelicans, but will be part of that deal that was sent in eventually Memphis. So 10 picks have been made in the NBA draft so far. There have been some surprises. And then number 4, Scotty Barnes, forward going to the Raptors. I'm not really a big fan of Scotty Barnes, and I don't like this pick for the Raptors. He plays a similar position as Siakam, so I really don't like this pick for them. That being said, and also you got OG Oyembaye as well in the roster, so you got like 3 guys that play the same similar position. Guys don't really shoot the ball well, long, athletic, but don't really shoot the ball too well. If you had to take a flip who shoots the ball better, I want to say Siakam, but that's really staying a stretch. So, Scotty Barnes going to Toronto, it may be a pick, for like to do a player for develop down the line. That's how I see Scotty Barnes. in my eyes. And you know what they do with Siakam, in my humble opinion, could he still be up for trade rumors? Who knows? Let's see. Excuse me 1 second. All right. Number 5, real quick. Jalen Suggs, point guard, going to the Magic. I like this pick for the Magic. The reason I like this pick for the Magic, you don't know what you get at Markelle Fultz and what his health is like. So you need this pick in the back pocket just because he ain't back and healthy and playing up to the standards that the contract you gave him, but you shouldn't gave him because he really haven't proved anything. And you got RJ Hampton, the who has grown to a nice player. So you got those two in the backup for the future. So I like this pick for the Magic. Hopefully they develop him good because they is kind of whiffed it, these type of guards in the past few years. 6, Josh Giddey, guard from Australia, about 6'7", 6'8" guard, really talented. I don't know too much about him. I really didn't research on him. I compared to some of the other guys. So another big guard to go along with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in that backcourt for OKC. So, like I said, OKC's that full rebuild. They're going to take these time with these guys and see who's going to rise to the cream of the crop like in the years past. They got extremely lucky in the past decade with Durant, Westbrook, Harden, Ibaka, Adams, Andre Robertson to a degree. You know, some of y'all probably saying, "Oh, Andre Robertson didn't do much," but still, he contributed though. So you can't hate on that. So, and Charlotte got their pick in, so we'll wait on that. 7, Jonathan Kuminga. Another guy went the G League route, going to the Golden State Warriors. I thought, Golden State would be more players in the draft and trading for a big piece. That hasn't happened yet, but we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out for Golden State, later on tonight or maybe into the offseason. So I'm not saying, the two guys they'll pick here tonight will stay, in Golden State, but there's a good possibility they get traded for a bigger fish. Then number 8, Franz Wagner, going to from Michigan, going to the Orlando Magic. I'm not a big Franz Wagner guy. Some folks like him. So I'm interested to see how he develops with the Magic. In my eyes, he gets to play with his brother down there, so that's a positive. So we'll see how that shakes out for the Magic for them. And then talk about Davion Mitchell and Zaire Williams. So I'm pretty much, caught up right now. So he's waiting for number 11 for the Charlotte Hornets, and they are selecting James Bouknight from UConn. So real interesting pick for the. So real interesting pick for the Charlotte Hornets for Bouknight. You got Malik Monk, you got Miles Bridges. I mean, yeah, you can play Miles Bridges at that small forward and stuff like that. But you count that Malik Monk time as there. So it's gonna be a real interesting fit, for Bouknight going to Charlotte. Kind of thing with Jalen Suggs. You got some guys ahead of him. will you get him the time to the right time to develop to be a contributor right at the gate for your team? That's a very hard thing to say.
There were some teams that were really interested because they thought they could get him lower in the draft, having him come out last.
I'm gonna hop on Twitter real quick.
Taking 11th overall with book night, the guard out of UConn. Just really explosive score. You mentioned the game against.
Just doing something real quick.
The guys like Rapio or Devin Booker, and those are the players he models his game after. You can see he can get downhill against those strong coverages. He's got great footwork in mid-range areas. Oh, and by the way, step back.
If there's dead air, y'all listen. I'll just there. Oh, okay. He there.
And then really impressive athletically. You see it defensively at times as a playmaker. And then on the glass here, bam, the hammer. He almost went to Siena.
Oh. I thought I had him.
Sitting at his kitchen table, and he had an offer from a prep school in Siena. He went to prep school, ends up at UConn, and now in the NBA. He's an athletically gifted shot maker, but what he really needs to do is improve his three-point shooting. He only shot 29% for free, but he's another guy we talked about. His numbers don't match up how good of a shooter he is.
What's going on? Not much.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I wanted us to have Davion Mitchell right there. That's that 8th pick.
I like one of y'all guys' picks. I love the Suggs pick.
Yeah, I definitely like that one. I can't
Wagner,
right there.
Franz Wagner, I'm not a big fan of.
Say it again.
Franz Wagner, I'm not a big fan of. I didn't like the pick for y'all at 10.
Yeah.
I mean at 8. Excuse me.
Yeah, I wanted us to get Mitchell. That's who I wanted.
Yep.
So
Mitchell, Moses Moody.
Yeah. But the question is, who do we trade out of Cole Anthony Fultz and Gary Harris, or do we trade two of them? Because you can't have all three of them. With Suggs gonna be the guy.
And what about RJ Hampton as well?
RJ Hampton, yep. I forgot about him. Dang. So you got to move too, in a sense. You got to move too. At least I would think.
That's a glut of the backcourt right now.
Yeah.
That's a glut in the backcourt for Orlando right now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like the pick. I like the first. I like Suggs. I think he's gonna be that guy. I cannot believe he failed right there.
Because Toronto's stupid.
Yeah. I don't know too much about Kuminga, but unless they finna move Siakam.
Well, I said this earlier on the stream. You drafting a Scotty Barnes that kind of like plays similar with like Siakam and OG Oyebanye.
Yeah.
So you got about 3 guys that play the same on the wing and play that small forward. And there's not as much spacing.
Yeah.
Shooting wise. Something got to give.
They're going to have to move something. They definitely going to have to move something. Let me see. I'm going to join on my laptop. Hold on.
Okay, you good. So, kind of, ladies and gentlemen, going to draft right now. They're talking about the Spurs right now, what they're going to pick, and, who they going to, look for. I don't know, who they would target. I think You know, they're going to go young with Patty Mills and DeMar DeRozan, you know, as free agents. Keldon Johnson, you know, it seems like a guy rising, you know, among league circles. And guy playing for Team USA right now. You still want to see more for Deontay Murray and Derek Wright.
All right, let me see. I'm about to switch it
You
to
know,
my laptop. Let's see.
but I mean, if y'all the Spurs, who y'all go after? Do you go after Neville Ford? Do you draft a like best point guard available? Big man, you know, Kai Jones out of Texas. Do you kind of take a gamble on him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking right now they should at least Tyus Jones gonna be pretty good, but they gonna move DeRozan, in my opinion. At least I think they gonna move DeRozan.
Well, I don't think DeRozan gonna come back. I don't see it. And Silver's coming to the podium right now.
Wow. There you go.
Oh, oh!
I know.
I,
That's what I was saying.
me and my dad was having this conversation today. We had this conversation earlier today. I told my dad, only reason why he stayed in this draft because he got a guarantee for somebody. That's why Josh Primo got picked here. A lottery pick at that. I mean, I'm happy for him. I never lottery pick, you know, about to Alabama. You know, like Jay Bill said, he got a very high ceiling. If you're a Spurs fan, you're talking about a 6'5", 6'6" combo guard that still needs some time to develop, you know, shooting wise and whatnot. So you got to play for the future, basically. You know, and D-Lock, back to what I was saying with me and my dad, I said he had a guarantee for somebody to stay in this draft.
Yeah, big time.
I think he could have came back another year, dominated college, and maybe get drafted higher. Maybe, maybe not. But he got the workouts in Chicago. He got a guarantee for somebody, and the Spurs was that guarantee right there at pick 12. I'm happy for him. You know, good luck to the man. I think he's going to the right system in a sense that they ain't rushing you to, you know, to be a superstar right away.
Yeah.
So, you know, great.
That's a good.
pick
That's
for
a
the
good
Spurs.
spot for him too.
Yep, very good spot. Very, very good spot for him.
Keon Johnson still on the
Let's
board.
see.
I thought he would have been gone.
No, not yet. I think like a Primo going earlier. I think probably hurt him, probably knocked him back a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Indiana would be a good spot for him.
Yeah, I just was not
Because you don't know where you get out.
Cameron Thomas is still up there. He gonna be up there for a minute.
Yep, Cam Thomas still available.
Damn, I wanted us to get Davion Mitchell, bro. Dang.
So
I felt like
for Indiana, Who do you see them going after? Because they got the big man, unless they trade somebody. You got to get TJ Warren back to healthy.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon, when healthy, he's productive, but he missed too many games for my liking.
I like them to go for a forward here. They need a forward.
And also, it carries the vert there, too. Forgot about that.
Yeah, they going forward. They got to get a small forward, I think. I don't think they trade in Brogdon. So unless they pick a guard here, it's possible. But they still got T.J. McConnell, I think. So they'll go forward. They don't need no backup point guard. Not to me. I don't think they need no backup.
I think so.
You think so, for real?
I think so. Well, I say Brogdon don't say healthy enough for me.
Yeah. But I like T.J. McConnell though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe TJ McConnell, I don't know, maybe with the way he played this year, maybe he priced himself out. Indiana keeping him, maybe not.
I think
On a side note,
I think they go forward though, to be honest. Oh, that 84 draft was ridiculous, bro. Still.
yo, that 96, 2003.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to pick though between those three. Which one is the best? Yeah, getting TJ Warren back is gonna be a solid piece. But I mean, I guess they can go backup guard. Could they go another big man?
Well, they drafted that one big man from last year. I forgot his name. He was from Turkey or something like that from last year, who played pretty well. That's why, Miles Turner is up for trade rumors because, well.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So does that mean TJ McConnell done?
Well, maybe. So Indiana picked Chris Duarte. So good pickup for Indiana. I know he's from the Dominican Republic, but you gotta get used to that code.
Yeah. He's 6'5".
Yep. So you can play that wing.
Yeah.
If you want to maximize your scoring.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
I mean, if he plays like Klay Thompson for the Pacers, then God bless.
Dang, he's 24.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
I didn't know he was that.
I mean, I hate to say that about, and you hate to say that about a player nowadays, but
yeah,
he's old. I mean, he's old compared to that size. And hang on one second. Who is this?
That was a very good pick right there. And he's a little older, so he's gonna play a huge part for them. Look like Golden State back on the clock. Um, Getting Kamunga was a solid piece for them.
Sorry about that. Are you
Or
surprised Golden State has done, traded their picks yet?
you know what? I think after Bradley Beal said he has no desire to leave, that's when they knew they had to keep their picks. Um, I also was shocked I haven't seen Ben
Oh,
Simmons get
I
moved yet.
want. Well, according to one report I saw, 76ers had a deal in place with Golden State for Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, the 7th and 14th pick, and then 2 more future first round picks. What do you think about that deal? That's a lot for Ben
Yeah,
Simmons.
yeah. Um, but Wiseman didn't pan. Well, he played pretty decent, but he didn't play to the expectation that I thought. Anyway, Clay going down definitely hurt them, but
Yep.
they're deep too. Like we see what Pascal can be. Like you already know. What a couple of these guys they have. Kelly Oubre. I mean, you see him one day, and then the next day he's nowhere to be found.
Yep. And
Your
then,
pick is in now.
if Golden State, I think maybe Moses Moody, maybe Corey Kistrip from Gonzaga, Alperen Sengun from Turkey, Keon Johnson. Jalen Johnson is an interesting pick because he got loads of potential, but it just never really materialized at Duke this past year.
Yeah. Let's see who they finna grab.
All right.
All right, let's see. Ooh. Wow.
Okay. I like it. I like
I
it.
do too. I like that for real. That's a really good pick. See, they knew after Bradley Beal said he didn't have no interest in going anywhere. That was a great pick right there. Wow.
Oh, yeah. And you got a little bit of insurance. This case, Clay's not fully healthy yet.
Yeah. Also, we still got to see them re-sign Steph, even though we expect it. We don't know when that's gonna happen. So, um, that's a good pick. I like that percentage, 3-point percentage. You going to the right team. Let me grab this.
So, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this recap. Pick 14, Moses Moody, guard out of Arkansas. Had a very tremendous year for them as a freshman, going to the Golden State Warriors. So, Golden State, you know, after not like finding trades with their high draft picks past this year and last year, going with the young
Yeah.
potential of Moody, Wiseman, and what's that kid's name? I forgot his name.
Talk about from last year.
And for this year, Jonathan Kuminga. So
Oh, Kaminga. Yeah.
those 3 guys, if they can develop and be great players, then they can continue that cycle for the Warriors for years to come.
The Wizards. Well, we know where they're going. Know exactly where they're going. What you think of? Oh, remember I was talking. Remember we talked about it the last time. I was saying if I had to pick what guard I wanted between Chris Paul and Russ in L.A., it had to be Russ for me.
Do you think they're gonna be a good fit though?
Uh, I think so. Just because, like,
That's a tough.
we clearly seen what happens when LeBron is off the court. Like the Lakers are just lost. Like this past year, they just looked like they were out of it. Like they just looked like they didn't have. It's like LeBron had to do everything for them, especially when AD was off the court. So now they got somebody who can really, I guess he's gonna score. Yeah, he's gonna do damn near everything for them. So he's gonna keep that energy, and that's what it looked like they were trying to get is somebody to keep the same energy to when Bron gets back on the court because Bron is trying to play off ball. We know that.
Yep.
So he's gonna like he's gonna like take a step back in being so much involved. Now he'll score when he wants. We know that, but this is not the Bron, the Miami Heat, or Cleveland, the second stint. Like this is a older LeBron. So um, I told you I still think he's the best player in the league, but now he's gonna take that step back and just let everybody else kind of do their thing. And then when they need that extra push or that extra energy or whatever, then he'll come in and start, making his moves. But I don't think we're gonna see LeBron have a double double this year, assist wise, definitely. Him and AD and Drummond gonna be fighting with boards with Russ. But I feel like Bron's gonna take him under his wing because he's that type of leader.
And right now they're doing tribute for Terrence Clark,
Yep.
former
Yep.
player for Kentucky, who probably went in this first round. If he didn't, have had the car accident. So if he wasn't involved in the car accident, so
Yeah. It's a tough thing, boy.
yeah.
Oh my God, they got a lot of baseball news dropping right now too.
As far as they had John Calipari there for that.
Say it again.
As far as John Calipari wasn't there for that.
Yeah. So definitely a tough thing right there. And Kentucky doesn't have anybody else that do. Let me see. They got Malika Andrews doing a good job, ain't
Yep. It sucks that Maria Taylor's gone. Yeah. Heck, she went straight to NBC when she was done.
he? Yeah. So young.
Yep.
I seen that USA basketball team. It was I think a lot of people are celebrating the fact that they beat Iran. I'm like, bro, it's Iran. They don't have like that many. I mean, they got maybe a couple guys up there that but you know, America. I think that was supposed to be a win.
Yeah, they better be. If they lost to Iran, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
if
know.
they lost to Iran, they don't need to be in the Olympics at all.
Nope. Now Iran, hell, they can hold that over our heads for the rest of their existence.
Oh yeah, they don't have. They won't even listen. They won't even qualify to go back to the Olympics, and they'll still be talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
My computer is not working. I'm trying
They
to
say
figure
we got missile codes and we got a victory over Team USA basketball. Y'all can't tell us nothing.
Correct. All right, so I'm trying to think. The Wizards, they just got Kyle Kuzma. Their roster's still pretty deep, to be honest. Bradley Beal is going to be the guy.
I saw a story on Twitter that the Wizards may flip Kuzma and Harold to the Nets for
Oh
expensive
my,
Dinwiddie.
oof,
Mm.
not a bad move. That's not a bad move for the Nets.
So could that be a possibility for the Nets? Ooh, I don't know.
That'd be good though. I mean that probably have to send TLC over there too to the Wizards if they did that trade. I would think because him and Kuzma kind of play that same position. Um, you see they traded Shaman.
Yeah,
I mean, what the hell they
yeah.
gonna do with Javon Carter?
Oh, they probably release him. I mean, hell, unless they keep him around just for depth, but I don't see him staying.
And it's probably over with for the Nets, man. At least not next year. At least for next year. The Lakers get one more piece. Picking up Russ was a very big move to me. Um, you see, I don't know if you've seen that podcast with Shannon Sharp and DeMar DeRozan.
Mm-mm.
So basically, he asked them how would he feel to play for the Lakers or his home team? Because he's from LA. Just like, well, that's every kid's dream. I definitely would like to play there, and just kind of just saying that that's somewhere that he would consider that he definitely would consider. But it's clear that he wants to go there. But I don't know if they're gonna have the money to have him because I'm pretty sure they locked up a lot of money getting Russ. Adding
Yeah.
on to the Wizards.
And here we go for the Wizards.
Oh wow. Well,
Okay.
I tell you this: if anybody plays fantasy basketball, you would want to have Bradley Beal.
Yep.
He's gonna do everything for them. Forward, yeah, they kind of need it. What do you think about
So,
Hachimura?
well, they both come to the same school. They both talking about Kispert and Hachimura.
Yeah.
Kispert may be the better shooter right now, but in between the both of them.
Hmm.
So he's about 6'7", 6'8". So I think he should come in and get some decent time with them. And they got some glut in that small forward position. Look at that. Look at that handles. Look at that shot. Catch and shoot. Yeah, he gonna be in the league for a long time.
Wow.
He's like a Kyle Culver, but more. I hate comparing players like that. He's like a Kyle Culver, but more athletic. He could do more stuff. Like kind of remind me of years ago, like Luke Jackson coming out of Oregon.
Yeah.
Everybody thought he would be great, but he kind of flamed out real quick. But I think Pittsburgh, he'll come in and play pretty well for the Wizards.
Damn, Keon Johnson is still there.
Could you see OKC picking him up just for grabbing best player available and to see what happens?
I think if they do pick him up, we might see SJ on the move. But that'd be a hard thing to do for me. So I don't know if they, they move SGA, but they got so many picks. Oh, I forgot they got Kemba. Damn, I forgot they got him.
Do you think he stays there?
Nah, I mean, if they go Keon here, he damn sure ain't staying. But it just that was kind of I guess, move to get off of Horford.
Well, we got a trade now. So Houston is trading with OKC for 2 first-round first picks. So OKC is now.
Houston is going to pick. They're going field goal guard.
So they must have that eye on somebody.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking right now. They definitely do. Got to turn it up.
So
see if I can grab it from the chart.
So Houston's OKC is picking for Houston. So Houston's OKC is picking for Houston. So Houston's OKC is picking for Houston. So we're seeing who they go with here. Still got John Wall in the mix. Christian Wood. That's another thing to keep an eye on. Kevin Porter.
Yeah.
Who can get you buckets. I forgot about Jared Butler. He's still on the board. Thank goodness he got his medical condition and pulled through.
Yeah. Let me think. So Houston is picking here. Or the rights anyway.
All right. I like it.
Well, he had to go at some point.
I like it for OKC. Yep. But you remember in that Kemba trade, They gave up a lot of big men in that deal, so that's a good pickup for them to get a nice young guy in there and just let him develop. Averaged about 19 points, 9 rebounds last season in Turkey. About 6'10", 6'9", 6'10". So I like it. I like the pick. I like this kid out watching just enough film of him that he could be a player down the road for them. And I talked about earlier in the stream, D-Lock, how OKC has done a real good job doing excellent picks. Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Ibaka, Steven Adams. Who else I'm thinking of? Andre Robertson to a degree.
Yeah.
So they've done a great job on the draft the past few years. Now, if you're Memphis, do you go another guard or you go forward or center?
There we go. Memphis up next. You like that trade Memphis did with the Pelicans?
I like it because, for the Pelicans, I like it for the Pelicans because they got off that Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe contracts. And also, Steven Adams that they really foolishly, gave a big extension to. So I like the trade for them getting salary off the books. And then the bigger question for the Pelicans, who did they keep in the fold? Josh Hart's a free agent, Lonzo a free agent. Let's see. And shout out to Terry and Rodriguez showing up in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So
Evan Mobley went third, but that's crazy.
And I want to shout out. Let's see. I want to shout out. Man, so much stuff going on. I want to shout out to Andrew Herrenball. He asked this question, D-Lock, about Evan Mobley. Do you keep Mobley and play Jarrett Allen at the same time? Because I don't see that fit working.
Yeah.
Those two guys there.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
I just don't. And I feel it.
Jared Allen, what, about 6'11"?
Yeah, I know they're going to try to keep him, but it's just like, about 6'11", 7 foot, yeah.
Damn, boy, that's kind of tough, boy. There's a possibility that they move him. But you're going to have to get, like...
Because I think...
It just... Oh, man. I forgot. I totally forgot about Jared Allen. You know how you be watching the draft and sometimes you forget about some of the, like, players that they have that can make impacts? Like, you draft and it's like, dang, okay, yeah, this person could be a huge, play big, but he's obviously one of the better players in the draft. In a sense, for them, they probably could have traded back, but I mean, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to figure it out. Did they re-sign Jared Allen, or did they sign? Did they extend him?
No, he's a restricted free agent, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just like I also said to Andrew as well. They got to get up out that Kevin Love contract.
They doing magic stuff, bro.
I don't know how. I don't know how, but you got to find a way to get out of Kevin Love's contract.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play Mobley and Allen together, supposedly, then you got to get rid of Kevin Love somehow. He can't be around your roster. I don't know who you're trying to sell high to him to. I think it's top of my head who you can sell him off to. God, who can you sell him off to? Trying to think. I really don't know.
Oh. Go to guard. My God.
Okay, Trey Murphy. Okay, guard from forward guard, wherever you want to call him, from Virginia. That typical 3-and-D type of player from Virginia. He's going to Memphis, but not a bad pick for the wing for them. Now, with stories out today about Cam Reddish being on the block, are you surprised that some of these teams that not use some of their draft capital to get him?
Say it again.
Are you surprised that since Cam Reddish is on the block right now for Atlanta, are you surprised team hasn't, went out and grabbed him yet? They're like a Memphis. You can offer that 17th pick for Cam Reddish and go about that way. Or OKC.
I'll
take a gamble on him like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why Cam Reddish, because I like Cam Reddish. I think he's, going to be one of the better players in the league for a long time. But I think also he hasn't necessarily got the minutes like that either.
No. And then, playing behind DeAndre Hunter, I don't say stunt his growth, but, you ain't getting that time if Hunter's playing very well.
Right. I mean, DeAndre Hunter, at this point, for them to go so far with what they had, it would be hard. I would, if I was the Hawks, I try to keep that same group together and let them grow together.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. But they want to move a couple pieces. I guess, but nobody's hopping on it, and they're probably trying to wait to after the draft to see what they can actually, get. I think my stuff might be working. All right, let's see if I can switch.
Okay, you're good. So, yeah, just pose this question out to y'all real quick. Cam Reddish, do you kind of take a gamble on him? And I think he's back. Let's see.
Can you hear me better?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
All right, finally. I've been trying to get this thing working, bro. So, but the interview. I see it interviewing Jalen Suggs right now. I mean, the Hawks, like, that rotation that they had was looked like John Collins might be gone, because I was having this conversation with some of the guys I work with here in Atlanta, like, about John Collins. I was saying that you're gonna have to pay him because he's a free agent.
Yeah.
So either you pay him or you find a replacement. But you're gonna have to pay him big bucks how he played in the playoffs. Somebody's gonna pay him that money.
Mm-hmm.
So do the Hawks do that? You could, but this is what I think. I think the Hawks need another consistent guard to add on to Trae Young. So maybe they can, bone that up and go grab somebody that you can, I was saying, I ain't gonna lie, earlier I was saying something about Bradley Beal, but clearly Bradley Beal ain't going nowhere.
I don't get that.
Me either. Like, that's confusing. But I mean, at this point, the Hawks need somebody that can take over when Trae Young is off the court. Because Bogdanovich played pretty solid, but was he consistent enough? Nah, not really. Huter is Huter is a pretty solid player, but is he consistent enough to actually be that guy when Trae Young is off the court? Not really. If you would have had Lou Williams, the 6th man of the year, Lou Williams, then maybe. But that's you had the lemon pepper Lou. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
a totally different Lou Williams. But I think they should try to grab a guard. I love Capella. Like, I feel like Capella was, once he got traded, we talked about it too. Once he got traded there from Houston, I felt like that was like a steal for Atlanta. So,
yep.
I mean, for them to try to move Cam Reddish and nobody bite on it, I mean, they got to worry about John Collins, man. Like, he's going to get paid somewhere.
Do you see John Collins staying in Atlanta, or you think someone's going to offer him a big sheet to go elsewhere?
I think the fact that they're going to have to pay Trae Young, they can't keep John Collins, because if you pay John Collins, well, Trae Young finna ask for double of what he making.
Oh, he's gonna get that regardless.
Yeah. So do you give that to Collins though? Like, do you reward John Collins that type of money? That's my thing.
That's a tough thing to say.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you commit to giving him that kind of money? Like, and no.
I would, if you do give that, commit to that money for him. Now you're paying, Capella, which I don't got the numbers in front of me. How much contract he has left? I'm pulling that right now. Let's see. Let's see.
I'm looking at this. And everybody's about Suggs. I knew getting Suggs was gonna be. There's a Trey Man is he gonna be up there for a while too.
Let's see.
I just said his name. No games on that.
Okay.
Good pick.
Okay. Hey, another guard. Hey, little. Him and Josh Giddey.
It's over with Kemba.
Yeah, because unless you send this guy. I mean, send Trey Man down to the G League.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm thinking like I'm gonna come and play. We're gonna be sorry. Let me get my time in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put Kim in front of me. Oh man, the Knicks on the clock.
Oh, you about to hear a loud crowd. You already know.
There's still some good players left. Keon Johnson, Jalen Johnson.
I say they go guard.
Sure. Yeah, they've been kind of forward heavy past couple of years. You know, Sharif Cooper's still on there. Jared Butler.
Jared Butler. Jared Butler. I like Jared Butler.
That's another possibility.
Keon Johnson. They traded.
Did they? Oh, come on, New York.
They do need. I mean, they don't need a center, but
Talking about the Knicks.
Yeah. Wow.
I think the Knicks need, if they would need another score from this draft. But if they don't draft, they're trying to pick the Charlotte. My only guess is they trying to save cap room to go after a point guard in the free agency. That's the only thing I can really think of.
Mm-hmm.
They're kicking this can down the road to go one of the top point guards in the draft. In free agency, where it'd be Kyle Lowry, Lonzo. You know, they can convince Chris Paul to come and see what his future is.
They're gonna have to pace it, yeah. I guess they feel like they're in the win now mode too. Charlotte is up. They probably gonna go center.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Do they go Darren Sharp? Do we go Jones from Texas?
Michael Sharp, because they good on the back. They're good with the guards. They're good in the guard position.
Yeah, especially Jeff and Book Night earlier. I think they want to get a guard.
And Gordon Hayward, can he stay healthy?
Oh yeah, that's true too.
But we talked about it before Jordan not signed him. It was already the word on they wanted him. And it was like, we knew what was like expected. I wasn't expecting him to be like the greatest guard. The greatest forward, but I was expecting him to at least be a little bit more healthy, like at least stay healthy. And dude did exactly what was expected of him. Get hurt at specific time. And they hit on LaMelo. So.
Yep. I think if LaMelo didn't get hurt that last part of the season, if Gordon Hayward was a little more healthy throughout the season, I think they probably had a better record, potential for the play-in, maybe. Mm-hmm. But I think LaMelo will take bigger growth for next year. Hopefully Malik Monk as well. Bridges. PJ Washington. As long as he's not having girl problems right now. Yeah. If he can keep his head in the game. So yeah,
Oh wow! I didn't know that they had that much cap space. The Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
They better get somebody.
So that's not. So Derrick Rose free agent. Bullock a free agent. Norris Noel free agent. Alec Burks free agent. You just trade Raiders pick 19 to Charlotte. So you get that money off the cap. So
Do you think they
and
move?
Randall had it. What's that?
So do you think they move for Dame?
Ew.
Because at this point, I mean, if you look at what they got, I like RJ Barrett. I like, what Julius Randle holds. You need your guard. I mean, you probably can send quickly. I don't know if Portland takes it, but quickly and send a nice deal over there. But it's like if Portland do that, they'll be in rebuild mode. So draft picks would be, in a sense, would it be important to them?
Yeah. If they were making a move for Dame, I think they would probably kept this pick and traded to Portland.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh.
Yep.
I knew it. Corey Brewer. I'm Corey Brewer. Gordon Hayward.
But you know what's so funny? They traded for the Plumlee brother earlier today.
Yeah. He ran track too. Okay.
I mean, I've been trying to push my cousin to get back into that track and field stuff. I mean, track and field.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to do it. He used to cross country. I was like, "What do you want to do?" I don't want to do it. I want to focus on basketball. I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that workout be killing, man. He be out, especially if he doing cross country, but that's
Yeah, because his old coach, middle school coach, told me he's like real great at it.
Yeah.
Well, damn, why you give that up?
Yeah. But that'll give you like that endurance that you need. I mean,
Yep.
That's the thing about most people most athletes in different sports. You usually see them doing be in shape. They doing a lot of running. So, you do a year of track, it'll keep you in that shape that you want to be in. So, I forgot the Rockets got another pick tonight. They got back too.
So Kai Jones going to propose trade to the Hornets. So a guy that's going to be kind of behind, Mason Plumlee in the depth chart. Still got Vernon Carey down there as well. So
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to spend time in the G League as well. That's wait and see how the season plays out. And he also playing kind of PJ Washington and stuff like that. But he got loads of potential. So, with the Hornets, a lot of guys with loads of potential, but really nothing to really materialize yet. Yep.
Mm. Yeah, they're gonna get a guard. I don't know if they bring back Don Collins, man. I just don't see. I don't see them paying him that money. I don't see it. Especially
I don't know
like that.
I don't know, to keep that core together though.
Yeah.
But everything they got. But I think when they got considered though, what's Milwaukee gonna do? What's Miami gonna do? Brooklyn, Boston. So got those four right there. Who knows what Indiana's gonna look like with Rick Carlisle under this group?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just with John Collins out there, but you're gonna have to get him good money. I think they keep
Who's
Lou Williams free agent.
who?
Lou Williams.
I think so. Let me look real quick. Let me look. I still got the Hawks page up.
I don't know if he is. He might be.
No, he's a free agent. They got a cap hold on him for $15 million, which I think they'll decline.
Okay.
But
So they probably do with the backup guard, then I would think for right now.
yep.
So they probably would go.
If they drafted Jalen Johnson here, then what's the point? I mean, why are you trying to shop Reddish so hard?
Yeah.
I mean, Cam Reddish so hard. I'm sorry. So the pick is in for Atlanta. They can go a lot of ways with this.
Yeah. Jalen Johnson.
Boy, he transferred to a lot of damn high schools. Well,
Oh, he went to IMG. He went back.
well,
IMG was too tough. Wow. You already Cam Reddish is gone.
Yeah.
Got to.
I'm not feeling this pick.
Yeah, I mean, they had a position now where, like I said, I guess they're. I told you some more shooting. John Collins is done too. He's gone. They're not going to extend him.
I mean, the potential is there, ladies and gentlemen, for Jalen Johnson. He got loads of potential. I mean, nobody's going to front on that. Kind of like what Jay Billis is describing. But he got similar tools of what you already got for Atlanta.
Yeah. That's a lateral move.
Only thing I can think of is somebody bites on Cam Reddish's potential. What he showed in that playoff series when he came back from injury against the Sixers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Well, think about it. The Knicks are on the clock, and Keon Johnson is still there. All them guards are still there.
Yeah, they got to grab one of these guards. I mean, I love microwave quickly, but Jared Butler looks real nice from him right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, we'll see. I think at this point, going a guard is what I've been calling Portland every day, boy, if I was New York. Trying to convince them. What do y'all need for us to get Dame?
Obi Toppin, this pick right here. I'm not giving you R.J. Barrett. I give you Emmanuel quickly. Maybe do a sign trade with Mitchell Robinson because I got Nerlens Noel in my back pocket.
Yep. Giving them picks for the next 2 or 3 years.
Give up a couple more picks and go from there.
I mean, yeah, Dame is gonna be Dame. At that point, you literally need like one more player, I think, in New York. A Derrick Rose is a free agent too, right?
Yeah, but I think he'll look to come back though, because
Tibbs,
he has good success with Tibbs for some odd reason.
Yeah, he fits with him. Well, I mean, hell, he had a MVP of the league with Tibbs, like with that coach. You're probably going to keep going back to that guy, especially if you know, in a good spot. Having a lot of success, it'll be hard to say, well, no, I'm not gonna go to this guy. I'm gonna just go to try somebody totally new. They're about to go crazy with this pick.
Let's see. I'm trying to pull a bit more now. What's left? So we got Cameron Thomas left, Sharif Cooper, Jaden Springer, Jared Butler, Keon Johnson, Isaiah Jackson out of Kentucky, Usman Garbrua from Spain, Miles McBride from West Virginia, Dayron Sharp from North Carolina, Aaron Henry from Michigan State, Herbert Jones from Alabama, J.C. Thor from Auburn, Ayo Demasu from Illinois. So got some very good players. Brandon Boston from Kentucky. I had high hopes for Brandon Boston, but I don't know what happened this season. It's kind of like a Shabazz Muhammad type of deal. It's like I expect Muhammad do great in the league, but he just flamed out so quickly.
Yeah,
and I hope Boston don't fall in that same category, but a lot of hype and stuff like that, and not doing stuff when you get to the league. That's like killer right there.
Yeah. Get to the league, that's what I mean, because that stuff you did in college and all the other places big, but you got to perform on that professional level. I cannot believe we got Jalen Suggs. I really thought he was top 4.
I wasn't surprised. Well, I won't say I wasn't surprised. I just thought, Toronto losing Kyle Lowry, I thought that, that'd be like the easy, plug in right there.
Unless they finna try to grab somebody free agency. But who's there? I gotta look and see.
Lonzo.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle Lowry, he ain't coming back. Derrick Rose, but I don't think, like we discussed, Derrick Rose ain't gonna go there.
Conley restricted.
I think so, yeah. But I think he might go back to Utah though.
See what the Knicks gonna do.
Okay. Keon Johnson, they needed a guard.
Yeah. Yep. Do it at some point. Looked like he was a little frustrated for a minute. He had to wait for a little minute. Oladipo is a free agent, unrestricted.
Yep, on Depot.
You could go. I mean, but do you let Kyle Lowry walk though?
So this is a good pickup for the Knicks.
Very good pickup. They fell to him too, so it wasn't a bad move for them.
Mm-hmm. About 6'3", 6'4", very athletic. As y'all you can watch, as y'all watching on the same thing with time with us. Very explosive athlete, and I think that's the one thing about the Knicks. They didn't really have a lot. I mean, they did have some explosive athletes, but not enough. Oh God, dog.
Yeah, I know. I can see that too. Get that out. Yeah, yeah, they need somebody like that. Yeah, they don't like Derrick Rose is Derrick Rose, but he's somewhat trying to be. It's like Tibbs like the explosive guards.
Yeah. I think. Well, like this guy. I don't know this dude's name, but like he's describing, like Tibbs like that motor too. Because if you're not playing hard for Tom Thibodeau, your butt ain't playing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why he had that success in Chicago. You know,
Right.
Taj Gibson ain't the world's best power forward, but he plays hard. You know, when you eventually got Jimmy Butler back in rotation, you know, play hard. You in. Derrick Rose, same thing, plays hard, has that motor. Julius Randle has that motor. You know, Obi Toppin got that motor. So all those guys they bring in, you got to have that motor to play for Tom Tibbs.
That was a good pick for them.
So this is the Lakers pick that's going to Washington for the Russell Westbrook trade. Excuse me. Cameron Thomas looks intriguing here. Jerry Butler as well. You just took it forward earlier. I don't see Sharif Cooper fitting there. Maybe not.
Wow, the Knicks traded back up.
See, this is why I hate when the Lakers kind of get rid of their first round picks for stuff at times.
Yeah. They got so many different options when it comes to that. But now I'm trying to think of Wizards.
I think to go guard here. Who that may be, we're about to find here in a second.
Butler.
Oh, never mind. Isaiah Jackson.
Ooh.
But this pick is going to the Wizards. So Wizards with another small forward. Yeah, so you got another forward to go along with Kuchimura. And then also the guy they drafted from last year who tore his ACL. I forgot his name.
Wizards?
Yep. What's that guy's name?
Let me see.
What's that dude's name?
ACL.
Oh God, what's that guy? Oh, it's Denny Avaja.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
So yeah, that dude right there. So that I know he tore his ACL or something like that. The back half of the season. So I don't know if he'll be ready to play for the season, but him, Huchamara, the four from Gonzaga, Crisper. And then you throw in Kyle Kuzma, KCP
Yeah.
into the mix. And then looking at their roster, Chandler Hutchinson still in the roster. Anthony Gill as well. So they got a little bit of glut right there in Washington. So I guess we guys still got to watch out for that. See if Kuzma and Montrez get moved later on.
Yeah. They must want to move him again. What do you think about Kevin Porter?
I like him. Can score the ball very well. I'm kind of surprised more teams hasn't really gone after him this offseason to kind of feel that third option scorer. So him and John Wall,
Oh my God.
throwing Jalen Green in the mix, Christian Wood, Kelly Olynyk played pretty well for them down the stretch.
Yeah.
So maybe Houston can do something. And then also you got Eric Gordon if he's back healthy. So we'll see how that shakes out for them. And they're back on the clock again. Also, Kenyon Martin Jr., he played pretty well for them this past year.
Yeah. Barry, he did too. I mean, I like how I feel like him and Kevin Porter are the pieces that they can build around. It seemed like they struggled to put Kenyon Martin in the game though. Well, Christian Wood as well, obviously.
Yep.
I think Kelly was more so like of a rotational player. I wouldn't start him. Well, I wouldn't start him.
No.
Like I like him, but I just don't see him as that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
And let's see. It seemed like Keon Johnson got traded from the Knicks to the Clippers.
Wow.
And the Clippers moved up to get him. The Knicks will now be picking from pick 25 now. Ooh. And then that Wizards pick, from they got from the Lakers for the Russ trade, that is going to the Pacers. So Isaiah Jackson will be a Pacer for this upcoming season. So, like I said, a lot of fours right there for Washington that I can't see him staying there unless somebody else get moved. So now we got Houston back-to-back picks. After that, the Knicks, Denver Nuggets, Brooklyn Nets, the 76ers, Nets again for the pick for the Suns, and the Utah Jazz finishing now. Only thing I'm looking forward to the rest of this first round and see hopefully Herb Jones get drafted in the first round. Other than that, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Josh Primo get drafted earlier than I expected because he was linked to Denver for like the longest time.
Wow. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what this pick is. Uh-oh.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
You might well go ahead and put that James Harden jersey in the trash or something. Keep showing that. He's big.
But that's a good pick for Houston.
Yeah. But they're young too, in the sense of that rebuilding.
Think
mode.
about it. I mean, yep. And also, you only got like 2 more years of Christian Wood on a contract. So, in the way he's been playing, you might get a team that in playoff contention may come sniffing around and ask, and might ask to get him.
Yeah. That's gonna be big money they're gonna have to give up. Yeah, Russ and James Harden at one point. Chris Paul and James Harden. Well, they just looked terrible last year. If you wanted to make money last year, FanDuel, you should have had Kevin Porter in your lineup every night.
And Kelly Olynyk too.
And Kelly, yeah. Yep. Because he was definitely making some big time moves. But his price started to go up like crazy, and I started like, nah, the hell, that's a little too much. Man. The fact that they're picking again next is.
Yep.
How long do you think? What do you think they do with John Wall? I feel like John Wall is gonna. John Wall is what, 30, right?
Yeah, he about 30, 31.
They're gonna trade Buddy Hield.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think he don't like playing behind Tyrese Halliburton. He really don't. I think, and plus, he voiced that frustration this year too. And then top of that, you take Davion Mitchell now overall. I know he ain't gonna be happy about that.
Yeah.
I know he gotta be mad about not going to the Lakers either.
Yeah, I mean that looked like that was basically it, but I mean you can't, man. Wow, Isaiah Jackson just got traded to the Pacers for Aaron Holiday.
Yep.
Well,
and shout out to the chat. I'm sorry. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Marcus Lowe's great in the chat. Marcus saying, Lakers making moves, and Marcus being a Boston fan. He asking what Boston's going to do. That's a good question, D-Lock. You see the Lakers make moves. See the Wizards make moves. Cleveland and stuff like that. What does Boston do? Because they can't. I mean, I know they trade back for Al Horford, but they can't stay content just with Al Horford coming back to town. What else do you think they can do to improve their team?
I mean, I think that they should move. I think they should get another forward, like a power forward. I just feel like their bigs need to be improved. To me, I think moving away from Kimball was a good move for them, so they can solely focus a little bit more on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and have them facilitate. Because it seems like with Kemba in there, it seemed like it was just throwing them off, right? Like I said plenty of times, like, I feel like we don't know who that guy is going to be on a consistent basis for them. Like for 2 nights, he could be Jason Tatum, and then 2 nights later, Jaylen Brown's going off, and then after that, Kemba's getting in the mix. So now they kind of can focus on that, but they need to improve their bigs. Like they need to try to go get another forward, another power forward to me. And then I feel like the Nets probably feel like they can run away with the East for a while. So I don't know if Boston is just trying to stick with the group that they have, but they need to have something like brewing because Jason Tatum is I think he's here now. I think he's one of the stars right now. And do you want to waste that talent just because the Nets got what they have? Like Jaylen Brown, I feel like these guys need to get another. I think we'll see a different Boston team this year because, like I said last year, bro, like it just seems like we didn't know who was going to score for them at times. So now can they just say, hey, hell, okay, these are the key pieces that we're building around. This is who is the key guys on this team. And then just have your guy that you can rotate in and facilitate.
Yeah. I like the trade for Al Horford. We'll see how it goes for 1 year. Houston, they picking now.
Not bad.
Okay. So another guard for Houston. Okay. But going back to Boston, see what Al Horford does for a year. And then, you got the Brown kid from UCLA in that trade too. That's for insurances. I like Robert Williams a lot for them.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be
really like him.
solid for them. Since you did that trade and brought those big men in for Boston, I think Tristan Thompson will be the odd man out.
Oh yeah.
And where you sent him, maybe you trade him away somewhere here in the second round for somebody who needs that veteran depth.
I mean, I think we see a different Boston team. I just feel like they're gonna make the moves that they'll look a little bit more like a team, like a chemistry, look better with chemistry and look more like a team to where they don't seem like they're just all over the place. But they just seem like last year they just was like, in different spots. And that's one thing that I didn't kind of understand with what they were doing. Like it just like, damn, okay, is it Jason Tatum's top team or who team is it?
That's one thing they got. I think there's one thing on Ucoda got to really establish who's going to be that number one, who's going to be the number two. Yeah, I think that goes a long way. Establishing a pecking order from that team.
Yeah. And that's the. I mean, I've been saying it all year. Like the deal is having that pecking order, and knowing what that pecking order is. Like one night is Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Smart, Kimba. Then the next night is Kimba, Smart, Tatum, Brown. Like it's not a continuance of the same thing. And I think they got away with it being the fact that they're in the East.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how this is gonna play out. But they got to get to it because the Nets don't look like they're going anywhere no time soon.
And the Bucks even.
The Bucks. Can't believe I'll keep skipping past them. Wow. Okay. Somebody's gone from the. Oh, he's going to the Knicks.
Okay. So Quentin Grimes, a 6'5" guard from Houston, helped lead Houston to Elite Eight this past year. Could very shoot the ball, play tough defense. Kelvin Sampson, very old school. And also, like Jay Bills has mentioned, I forgot about that. Quentin Grimes started out his career in Kansas, so you go down to Houston, play for Kelvin Sampson, a guy that's got players in the league. And Houston, they played very well all year. Now he's going to be playing for the New York Knicks. So Knicks got another shooter. I think he replaces what's his name going to free agency? Reggie Bullock. I think. Yeah. So I think Bullock is more likely gone. Maybe not. But I think you get the same protection out of him and I forgot the kid's name now. From Houston compared to Reggie Bullock, who drafted is now just a lot younger than Reggie Bullock.
Yeah.
And Quentin Grimes, excuse me.
Can't believe Jared Butler's still here.
Does Jared Butler get drafted in the first round?
Does he?
I don't know. It's looking pretty tight right now.
I think the Nets are going to get a guard. With Dinwiddie gone, I think they're going to pick up a guard. So, obviously they got the three, but I feel like they're going to need that. Add in maybe another guy. A couple of guys they got not bad, but he may go there, him or Sharif Cooper. Oh, no, if Cam Thomas goes. Well, between those three, possibly. But then again, the Nets could go Sharp and get the center from North Carolina. Damn sure need a center. DeAndre Jordan back to just collecting checks.
Yep. And won't surprise me if the Nets find a way to use his salary to make a move somewhere. Because you didn't even attempt to play him in the playoffs, and he got all that bloated salary on your bench.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to go.
Mm. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of I mean, right now, well, that breakdown last year really hurt them. So I think they'll be a lot better, obviously. But what they're missing is
Yep.
that center. So I wouldn't be surprised if they went center there. But also, I'm thinking they might go guard.
I don't think it's like a center that is worth taking. If the Nets, I were if that proposed deal for like a sign trade for Dean Willie for Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell, I would ever do that.
Yeah.
You get Harrell on the cheap, you get Kuzma as another scorer.
That's
So
true.
and if he come in and be productive and pick up slack for like guys like Joe Harris and Agency, it's gonna be real interesting to see, how they retool their roster.
Yeah. Well, I know they got a building around those three. I don't. When is James Harden contract up? I think he got 2 more years left on his contract.
Who was that?
James Harden. James Harden.
You talking about James Harden?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, James Harden. Let me look on that. Let's see.
See what the Knicks gonna do with this pick or the Nuggets. They could go for a point. They need a backup point guard. Jamal Murray with the injury last year, so that definitely hurt them. See what they get. Okay. Bones Holland, Deshaun. Very good pick right there. That's a stunner, though. That's a shocker for me.
Okay. So Highland guard from VCU going to the Nuggets. So, replacing that depth like, Void.
Yeah.
Yep. So replacing like guys like Gary Harris, RJ Hampton in the fold. So not a bad pickup from them.
Nah. Really good pick, actually. The Nets.
And Marcus, I do agree with you. The Nets do need a sixth man. Yeah, they do need a sixth man.
Off the bench.
I still like my crazy idea of them trying to keep Dinwiddie though. some reason I still like the idea. So Nuggets make that pick. Brooklyn's on the clock. Will this pick stay with them? Who knows?
Oh, Bruce
I
Brown's
hope
a
they
free
do
agent.
something. Yep, he's a restricted free agent. And he might get some strong. He may get some strong interest out in the market.
I like
Bruce Brown.
I like him.
But I don't know how much he's going to cost in the open market.
If you're the Lakers, would you go
names
Bruce
out
Brown?
I'll go after him, but I think after the guys they gave up, they need some shooting. And then you also got Caruso as a restricted free agent as well. So, how much money is going to cost for him to come back? Because Lakers got a lot of questions. How much Drummond's going to cost to bring back if you bring him back? I saw some reports that Schroeder is a possibility of coming back.
I think he would play better with. It's going to be interesting to see how the Lakers play this out because you got Russ. Russ is a do-it-all guy. He's going to need rest, but you getting Schroeder like off the bench, like it's not bad, but it's like you're basically taking what you had last year and it's adding Russ into the fold in a sense. Because Kuzma really ain't do shit last year.
He did not.
Trez didn't do really that.
It's kind of like they bet on. Yeah, it's kind of like with Kuzma, they bet on the wrong horse.
Dude got him a championship. It was cool all year.
Yeah.
I think that they still.
If you want, go ahead.
I think they still push for Spencer Dinwiddie.
You talking for the Lakers?
Yeah.
Man, if they get like a Spencer Dinwiddie to go on with Russ, LeBron, AD, man, golly.
At this point,
I don't see it. I don't see it happening. And then, with the graphic we saw earlier about the Knicks and stuff like that, them have $50 million in cap space. Dinwiddie may be enticed to go there. I know he won't come out to the West Coast. So I don't know. The Lakers can swing it. That'd be awesome. But I can see him easily getting like $100 million contract. This out of top like that.
Yeah.
So when they start negotiating here in August, about 6 Eastern, so he'll get like $100 million contract from who? Like I said, the Knicks a possibility. Who else got cap space? Not too many teams got cap space this summer. It got to be something like the movers and shaking, but if the Clippers can find a way to get him, that'd be a good move.
Yeah.
And the Nets taking Cameron Thomas at LSU. So
great pick.
I like it. That's a good pick. And like like Marcus said in the chat, they need like a 6-man. I think Cameron Thomas can develop to like that 6-man type of player in the league.
Wow. The Lakers not done.
No,
They're not done. They're gonna figure out something. They gotta get another score. Young Michael Beasley. It's crazy. All these guys. I cannot believe Michael Beasley didn't play out like we thought he would.
man, that him. And you talking about going back to prep school with him. He was so dominant in prep school and stuff like that. Like that was gonna be like I thought it was gonna be like a sure thing when he came to the league.
Uh-huh.
And for whatever reason, they're pieced together. Kind of like that, like Tim Thomas in a sense.
Yeah.
That 6'10" forward that can do about everything. But for some reason or another, you had that flash in the pan, but don't do anything beside, late. You don't, it's like you want more, but it's like, okay, this is all I'm giving y'all, so I'm cool. And I hate to say that, about a play like that. It's like, God, it's like, where's the drive to be great? Where's the drive to make the most money that you can?
Mm-hmm.
I like the move with Cameron Thomas going to Brooklyn. I think he has more upside than Landry Shamet.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
In my
Hell yeah. It's like Shamet, hell, even in LA, it just seemed like he wasn't that potential. I think Thomas would be like more of a 6-man role, a better role player. It just seemed like it fits him more. But Shamet looked like he just kind of was like just there for three-point purposes. Everything else, it seemed like he wasn't, there for, to be honest. You think Ben Simmons get moved still? At this point, I mean, what people could have offered, I don't think. Philly kind of, if they were going to trade him, they should have did it earlier.
Yep. I think Daryl Moore was trying to be a little bit too greedy.
Yeah.
Trying to get compensation back.
Yeah.
You're not going to get James Harden-like deal for Ben Simmons. Now, after that playoff run he had, you're not going to get that. I mean, it's great to ask for that, but I mean, I think that's why some of that disconnect for some of these certain types of GMs and these analytic type of guys. You got to watch straight basketball.
Yeah.
That man didn't really produce. You can't turn around for, what we just seen this like a month and a half ago and try to command that price in that market. You're not going to get that. Do Simmons get moved in all season? Yeah. Miami had shown interest. And I say you can revisit that Golden State deal again. And
yeah.
Not like they can talk about that again. Like I said, your Orlando Magic.
Hey, man.
I would take a gamble on him.
Yeah.
Now you got like Jalen Suggs in the fold. Maybe trade Fultz, Cole Anthony, Wagner.
I
Maybe
trade. They
throw
gotta be.
a couple first round picks and call it a day.
Yeah.
So
You put him with a team that has guards, so he doesn't have to play the guard position.
and the Sixers picking Jayden Springer. So that's a good pickup for them.
Yeah, they making it known.
Yep. So
They're making it known.
So that's a good pickup for the Sixers. I like that move for them.
You see, the first thing it says, right? Aggressive score.
That's a troll job. If that's not a troll job, now I don't know what that is. I mean, God, dog. Yeah. Come on,
They're
man.
making it known,
Come on.
They're making it known. Dude, if I'm
Well, if I'm Ben Simmons, that's motivation for me. I'm sorry. You got
it's definitely motivation.
I mean, you gotta use that motivation.
Yeah, it's motivation, but now I'm really, as far as the city, I'm probably packing my bags. I've probably been packing my bags. I'd have been back home in Florida somewhere. Because at this point, it's clear that they have no interest in you. Totally go somewhere else. At this point, I mean, I wouldn't say he has the actual right to say exactly where he wants to go, but I think he would have a little bit of say so. Yeah, this right here. Would he be able to fit in Dallas? They need defense. Yeah. It just popped up in my head. I'm thinking, okay, you have your score, you have your, you're asking less of Ben Simmons in Dallas. He doesn't have to there's not as much pressure on him to do much in Dallas. He can be more of that defender that need that banger.
Ben Simmons to Dallas.
That's a tough one.
Well,
I'll tell you.
Hell, Luka. I mean, hell, you ain't gonna take away shots from Luka. Porzingis ain't gonna worry about his shots getting taken away. He wants to be more involved in the offense.
Yeah.
But then again, how much would they ask for a return though? I think that's the main question about Ben Simmons. It's like he's tradable, but it's just like they're asking for too much for a return. And if I'm on the line saying like that, I just saw this man in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If he in a situation down low for a jump shot,
yeah,
or a dunk, he ain't taking a chance for help our team. And then you gotta lower that ball for me.
This is gonna be interesting, man. What you think? So I'm seeing that people say that Kevin Love could be moved. You see him going to the Lakers?
Oh no. No. Nah.
You just seen something?
I can't see Kevin Love going to the. I can't see Kevin Love going to the Lakers. I can't see it.
Yeah. Or
he hasn't played a full season in a couple years.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has in the tank. We need some fresh legs at that 4 position, anyways. So, and then another thing too, his salary though. You just got rid of some salary off your roster with the Russell Westbrook trade. Now you're gonna bring in more salary too. I just don't see that.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be us. We'll see. I mean, I think he might get bought out though in Cleveland. Let's see what the Suns do. I think they like campaigns. I don't know if they drafted a guard. Oh, it's going to the Nets anyway.
Yep. So yeah, the Laker deal is official. Russell Westbrook tweeting from his Twitter account thanking DC and all that stuff. So yeah, it's official. He's a Laker.
That man from go out there and act crazy in LA with LeBron. Ooh. Wow.
Now, I know this pick is got down for like a down line pick, but
right,
they drafted like Diamond Stone last year too, and he didn't really get no burn that much. So that's interesting pick by Phoenix. I figured they would go maybe one more wing.
Well, look like we have one more pick left.
Yep.
So that Sharp pick went to the Nets, right?
I don't think so. Let me look. Let's see.
That was a proposed trade to them.
Yep, you're right. Sharp is going. Yeah. Sharp's going to the Nets.
That's why I was saying that's a good move by the Nets because they got the 6 man potentially, and then they went and got their center. So for me, that's a really good move by the Nets. They're deep. They're pretty much loaded.
Do you think the Nets will start Nicholas Claxton at center next year?
Yeah, in between him and Sharp, it's over with for DeAndre Jordan. He might at this point he might be just coaching over there. He's about to pull the Tim Duncan move. But I think Claxton possibly will start, being the fact they already going to have. You already know they're starting Kevin Durant at the 5 or the 4. So that would be a great move for him to start there. But I think Sharp is going to get a lot of minutes too.
Well, I hope he does. And I think one thing Brooklyn can't lean back on, they got to develop some young guys to trust. And I know Blake Griffin, he played pretty solid in the playoffs, but how long he's going to hold up, and how long
Yeah.
can he stay upright?
Yeah.
And then Utah traded that 30th pick to Memphis, so it'll be real interesting to see who they target.
Trying to see how this move is going to go with. Blake Griffin is going to play. Still going to get his minutes, but no. Hold on, I think Blake Griffin has another year or 2 left in that contract. No. Let me see. They thought they was about to team up and win a chip this year. Oh, he's a free agent. Blake Griffin's a free agent. Yeah, after this pick, call it night for me.
All right.
I'll still be following the draft. Also watching Olympics at the same time. Let's see what's going on.
So before we get off, who are some of your winners in your eyes? Player, team-wise? Who are some of your winners, real quick?
Well, I definitely like what Houston did today. They had a pretty good draft. So I think that was a very, very good draft for them. And also Brooklyn. That move by Brooklyn was a very good chess move. Remember, we were just talking about it before. Them needing a 6-man and needing a center on top of that. I was saying they're going to get a guard. They messed around and got the guard and the damn center. So I like that move. Loser is Toronto. I'm sorry. I feel like you have your guard sitting there. Like, how can you you drafted and it's not no shot towards who they have now. They drafted Scotty Barnes. I just felt like they needed a guard more than anything. So that's my biggest loser.
Well, the first round ending. I'll go some losers for me real quick. Sharif Cooper, JT Thor, two guys that really didn't get it going. They had some bright spots this past season, but it really didn't get it going. And Auburn not having a great year also kind of contributed things too. And I think there's two guys that should have came back, for another season at Auburn, and they could have did some things and risen their draft stock. Another loser, Brandon Boston. I know he has the talent to be a great player, but it's okay to come back for another year. Or if you're not feeling this situation in Kentucky, like we've seen in the transfer portal in football, basketball, baseball, whatever, like all sports, you can transfer, go anywhere you feel like to your liking. So if the fit in Kentucky wasn't great, go elsewhere to kind of help your draft stock and to come back, stronger for next year's draft. And also for the losers, like you mentioned about Toronto, Scotty Barnes. I'm not trying to take a glue guy at 4 overall. Now, shout out to Leonard Hamilton, having back-to-back lottery picks in the top 5. That goes great for him and for recruiting, for the next couple of years. But you got the same type of player, that same type of 4 for Toronto. It's like, where are we going here? I'm real confused by that pick.
Yeah.
But your Orlando Magic got one of my better players on the draft board, Jalen Suggs. I love that pick.
Yeah.
And I think it's more of like it's good insurance for Markelle Fultz and what happens with him. Or Cole Anthony don't develop to a star caliber point guard in the league. You got that insurance behind Suggs right there to kind of carry that mantle for the future. And like you mentioned about the Magic before, you texted me. If they can develop him, great pick. But that's the key word, develop. And, can his new coaching staff do that? I will hope so. That's the main thing. But he got lowest potential. Very athletic. Can see the court, read the court, can shoot the ball. I like that fit with Orlando Magic. And then Cade Cunningham going to Detroit. I like that pick for Detroit. Kind of reminds me like a poor man's Grant Hill in a way. And I like that pick for Detroit. Hopefully, he can carry the mantle for them. And then some of the moves they made, trading Plumlee to the Hornets, but then you freeing up more time for Isaiah Stewart for the upcoming season, letting him flourish. So, did great right there for Detroit.
Yeah. Hopefully that's a big change for Detroit. I mean, I like what they got there with Sadiq Bey and everybody else. So, Cade Cunningham could be that piece. And it's clear that these NBA teams are looking for those longer guards.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then other than that, that's really about it. I know the second round's getting on the way, but if you listen to this stream, we'll be back this Sunday discussing more NBA news.
Yep.
We'll talk more in depth about the Russell Westbrook trade to the Lakers, Rubio going to Cleveland, and then from this point Thursday night till now and getting closer to the free agency, we'll see what else materializes down the stretch. So
yeah,
D-Lock, how can people find you on social media real quick?
Black Dash 813. I still will be tweeting about tonight. I actually just seen that the Magic are discussing trading their 33rd pick. So we'll see what happens. I'm still trying to get Ben Simmons to Orlando. I'm still trying. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm trying. So I'll definitely be on there live, especially right now during the second round. let them know where they can check you out.
If you're not right now, follow us on Fast Break IESR. That's Fast Break IESR on Twitter.
Yeah.
We've been tweeting a lot here today about the Russ Westbrook trade, all the other trades going down. Also, check us out on iSportsRadio.com on the network. Also, Minnesota, Northwest Show, Kansas City, all that. So check out everybody on the network. Football season kicking back in gear. Check out the 3 and Out series with Larry B. Myself and Dentarius, we did previews for our team for the Titans and Bucks. So go to iSportsRadio.com, check those out. Also, you can follow me on my other podcast, Crooks Process. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm trying to get another episode up here soon. A couple things I did want to discuss. So I had a chance to, so I'll try and get those episodes up later. But if you're watching this, thank you for tuning in with us tonight. If you're catching this on the replay, hey, comment, share, enjoy, like it. And like I said, check us out Sunday. We'll go live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. We'll discuss, like, to recap the draft, trades, and whatever news that come out. But till then, ladies and gentlemen, we're out.